you did want to talk about that you can turn a hoe into a housewife. Did anybody else have that as a thing you wanted to talk about, turning a hoe into a housewife? Did you put that in your notes?
Not word for word, but the essence, yes.
Okay, that's.
I didn't,
by the
but I
way,
agree.
what's that? You did it too?
I didn't, but I agree.
Oh, you agree. So
Would you
these are your words, but I didn't say hoe. You said hoe. You said you can turn a hoe into a housewife. I have to disagree with you here, but I'm
I
open
think
to.
you're wrong, Brian.
Well, I'm open to hearing you out. So what's your position?
I don't know. I don't know, because my ex was a hoe too, though. So, like, you know, like men have to, like, you know, we were saying a little bit, like, take a little bit of accountability, you know.
Should you turn a hoe into a housewife?
Not always. I feel like I have, like...
Just
I feel
sometimes?
Yeah, I feel like you can't, okay, only a hoe can turn themselves into a housewife, really. Like, it has
lead
to
a
be...
horse to water.
Yeah, but you can't make
I
him
was gonna
drink.
say, if there's
Well,
no
she'd have to
house-
find a man who's willing to do that. And my general recommendation to men, my prescriptive suggestion is that's not even an avenue you go down. That's not even the path you go down.
Oh, whatever.
If she has a past of doing sex work or a past of promiscuity, that is 100% a deal breaker. Go find yourself a girl, and there's plenty of women out there who aren't promiscuous, who haven't done S work. Go get that girl.
Can
Yeah,
you ask
go
for
get
that
her.
if you're not doing it though? Like if you're not,
What's
like
that?
if you're sleeping around or have slept with like, say you're a guy, say you slept with like 10 women that you tried to have long-term relationships with and it didn't work. Can you realistically ask for a virgin?
Yes.
Because a lot of virgin women who are
Yes.
like conservative or Christian,
You
they
don't
want
always-
also virgin
Well,
men who
so-
had the same mental fortitude that they did.
So I'll
and
answer your question.
spiritual-
I'll answer your question.
So-
So, just to reiterate, I'm not in favor of male promiscuity. However, I would say that there is a differential here in terms of the impact that promiscuity or being engaged in sex work, for example, let's just keep it to promiscuity, has on men and women. Now, I think they're both bad, but this seems to be more pronounced. There's a more pronounced impact on women. And there's biological reasons, there's other reasons, there's just kind of societal, cultural reasons in terms of, you know, the reputational stuff. But I actually don't think there's anything wrong with, for example, a guy who was promiscuous making the sort of assessment that, well, actually, the best women to partner up with are women who are not promiscuous. We're all chasing after the best we can get, both men and women. Women want the best man they can get. Men want the best women that they can get.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy who has a past of promiscuity acknowledging and realizing that if, for example, if he's desirous of a long-term relationship, that the most optimum choice for him, the most selfish choice, and I think selfishness to some degree is a virtue. Okay, I'm not going to, sorry, that's going to derail the conversation. We're all going to choose what's best for us, right?
Sure, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't object to it at all.
Well, all I'll say is, like, of course, there's going to be what's optimal. As a Christian in the Bible, Rahab was a full-on prostitute. She saved those
Okay,
people
but let's
from
just-
this
here.
fight. Well, I'm just saying that.
Cool. That's
she-
cool, but let's just talk
I'm-
about secular people.
No, but this is. But
because
I'm not a
everybody
secular person.
That's
so
fine,
I
but
can't,
not everybody.
Okay,
but
but-
not everybody subscribes.
Okay, but
to
this
your
is what
religious
I
views.
subscribe to, and the Christians who do will also agree that Rahab, who is a prostitute, gave her life to God. She saved people from the spies, turned away from prostitution, and God gave her a family, and she had a husband and children. Jesus came from the line of Rahab. So can you turn a hoe to a housewife if they choose to give their life to God and turn away from sin? Yes, they can, and we can accept those people, and they can have a part of society. They need to have that hope that they can change, they can be accepted and be better, or there's no incentive.
Okay, look, women can change and be redeemed, but men do not need to then disregard their baggage and marry them. These are compatible, even from a religious purview.
never
If you
said
can't,
And I would say, can I just say
No,
one thing?
yeah, go ahead.
My one thing is,
Huh?
sorry.
No, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead. Go
Oh, sorry.
ahead.
Okay. I have a bit of a redemption arc because of my alcoholism, but I wouldn't tell my son that he should maybe like do the same things that maybe his dad did, because that is suboptimal. And yes, I made changes, but that is the exemption or exception.
Yeah, I'm not saying to go out of your way and look for someone who's a reformed prostitute to marry. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying that those people have just as equal opportunity, because if God says they have value once they give their life to God and he has gifts for them that he's going to bless them with, I have no authority to tell that individual that they have no right to have a family or no right to have children or no right to be
find a guy
redemption.
who's willing to do that. But
Well, God will know that man.
Would you
I'm
tell
not
your
that man.
Would you tell your virgin son to marry a reformed
I will
prostitute?
tell my son to marry whoever God tells him to marry.
Yeah, but okay, so just to
And
make
I leave this to you, Ed.
There is
So I
obviously
hang on. Relax
optimal-
before you start prattling again forever and ever, and I can't get a word in. When we move into this, okay, I just want to know, your son comes to you, he's 18 years old, and he's like, Mom, Betty's out down the road who did OnlyFans for 3 years. I want to marry her, and she's done 250 scenes and sucked 1,000. I want to marry her. You're going to be like, well, okay, Junior. Has God called you to do it? And he goes, sure has, Mom.
I would tell him to ask his dad about that, his father about it. Talk to
What do
your
you
father.
think his dad would say?
Whatever his father says, that's his father.
Yeah.
I'm not-
So do you think that his father would probably say, no?
I don't know. It
No?
might depend if she's given her life to God, if she's changed.
Okay. Well, if his
I don't
dad
know.
does say, no, then you're gonna, go with that, right?
Well, why not?
Yeah. He's not doing anything wrong by telling Junior, no, don't go and marry this prostitute, even if you think God told you to.
That's not what I said. I said if someone's reformed and they've given their life to God, they're a new person in Christ, and they've changed their ways.
Sure.
They're just as much as a valuable individual as I have.
Nobody's
Everyone has-
disputing that.
So I can't tell somebody not to marry that person because of their past.
Why
because-
not?
Because everybody has a past, and Jesus says, "When you are saved, you are washed and cleansed by the blood of the Lamb. You are new." Like
That
your
doesn't
regs
mean
are
your past
went
is
from dirty from-
erased.
It doesn't mean it's erased, but it means I cannot now treat you like you are a sin. You are not a sin. You live a life of sin, but you yourself as a human being are not a sin.
Got it. Then let me ask you this last question, right? Let's assume for a second that you found out that your babysitter had been a reformed Christian for 15 years and lived a model life, but he had molested 15 children. Would you leave him at home with your children?
That's not at all.
Would you leave him at home with your children? He's a new person.
That's not.
You have
that's
no
not-
right to judge his past.
No, that's not at all like the same.
One is
That's not the-
consensual,
that's
the
not-
other
Why
is
is it not
not.
the
to
same?
kill people who do that.
Wait, it
so
wouldn't be your preference to do that? It wouldn't
the
be your
Bible
preference to
says
leave him there?
kill pedophiles.
No,
so-
because there's
Okay,
a big
he's a
difference between
rapist.
consensual
Would you
sex.
leave him with your daughter?
So you're equating a prostitute
That's
to
not-
a pedo.
No,
That's
what
not
I'm
at all the
equating
same.
to is I'm trying to say that
You're comparing
it's
consensual
insane
and
to try to say
non-consensual.
that because a person has a
With
past,
adults, with children
it's
who are
insane to say that because a person has a past, you can't make a value judgment because they've been saved. That's nuts.
I honestly think
About
people
people-
can think that, and they.
Are
can,
you
and
saying
they can
that those
turn away
people
from me
can't be
because of that.
reformed?
It's whatever.
they can't.
Well,
is
I
that what you're
have.
saying?
I know a
To kill them.
situation
God
where
says
So
I.
they can't be reformed.
Listen, I know a situation where
So they can't be
there's
reformed.
someone.
says to kill
All right,
them.
can they be reformed?
God says to kill
Do you
them.
want to
That's
answer
the
my
solution.
question?
God, I gave you God's solution. Kill
Okay.
them in the Bible.
So yes or no? Can they be reformed?
I gave you my answer.
Yeah, you
just
want to
didn't
answer the
like it.
fucking question. Weak.
Can who be reformed? The
You're
women.
calling a woman weak.
Yeah,
Can-
your logic
You're
is
a man.
weak.
How about
calling a
how about
woman
how
Good.
the real
You
question?
You
feel
need
good
to
about
hear
that.
it.
The real question
That's
is:
crazy.
can they be forgiven by Jesus?
No, the question is reformed.
Can they be forgiven by Jesus?
Well, this is the same question.
I'm
In your,
asking
in
you.
your Catholic belief, do you think that a child who molested 15 kids can be
Close,
forgiven by
bro,
God?
guys, let's not even. Hold on.
He used it first.
Hold on, no.
My bad.
I'm just
He said it.
changing
He
the
brought it
entire
up.
topic
Yes,
because
the
you guys
reason,
can't.
The reason it is brought up is to test the logic of saying, can we judge the past? I would say, of course, put him with a sword in a second. Love
I
to
would-
say it,
I'm
but
giving you examples from
but
the Bible.
I'm
You're
also
giving
not
me,
saying
like,
that a
your
person like that
feelings.
can't be saved. Not saying that a prostitute can't be saved, but I'm saying we can look at both of their past and go,
Right.
we can make a value
You
judgment
can't
on you.
compare
I can
a
understand
prostitute to a
that. There's-
pedophile.
We can
Bro,
judge behavior.
okay, I'm changing the entire conversation.
We can
'cause you
judge
guys
behavior based on the
can't
past.
abide by the guidelines we provided before the show.